Check. All right. That's not a bad looking wave file there.
That's a sexy wave file.
I mean, that looks good.
Looks like Jessica Rabbit's shadow.
Whoa.
Ooh, I like this new.
Yeah, that new setup is
This
nice.
new interface is kind of sexy.
And look, you've even got controls on the...
I love having controls on the thing. I'm keeping that.
Keep all of it. You can even save that right there. To every time we pull back up, it automatically pulls that preset up.
I don't know what you be saying. That ridiculous conjecture that you just heard was me and Kelly kind of nerding out over our new equipment that we have for the podcast. We have a new interface. I have, the original interface, and by interface I mean the thing that you plug the mics into that then goes into the computer. The original one I bought from Robbie Ross, he upgraded, and I bought his old one from him, and then I bought another one just like it later on for a backup. And when we went to his house to do that online concert, there was something about the old ones that won't do what the new one does. And I can't remember what feature in particular it was he was after, but he offered to trade me a newer interface for an older one. And I was like, well, yeah.
I think it has something to do with
You're
that.
like losing out on this trade. And he's like, yeah, but I'm getting what I need and you're winning. So
Yeah, I think it has something to do with that auxiliary jack in back.
I don't remember. I've actually had it for a while because we did that video like 4 weeks ago, almost a month.
No, it's been longer than that.
You didn't get the joke
I
there.
did get the joke, but
No, you didn't.
4 weeks, a month.
So anyway, we finally got it working tonight, and the test we did sounded pretty good. So here we are.
Here we are.
Sorry, I was moving the bell so I could get to it. We had band practice tonight. Our first practice with our new drummer.
Wow.
Shout out to Caleb. It went great.
Went great.
Caleb is also in our upcoming first official Killjoy music video. And everybody's probably thinking, first? You guys have been around since like 1977. You've never done a video? No, we haven't.
We've attempted.
Not officially. Yeah, there's been a couple of false starts.
We've actually shot a couple videos.
We shot a really good video for The Face of Regret, and for various reasons, the different videos that we've tried to make happen just didn't happen. And do you remember the Darkest Hour video that we did out in the woods?
Yes, out behind Big Germ's house.
I mean, for what it was kind of cool. I wish I could find a copy of that. I haven't seen it in years.
I haven't either.
Actually, maybe I don't need to see it. Maybe I just need to remember it in my mind, it being cool.
Well, I just remember we had the vehicles pulled up using the headlights.
As lights. Yeah. My toothpick looks like a Batman symbol. That's not random. By the way, we just ate 100 pizzas. And so I can't podcast right now. I'm just going to, phone it in, but that's nothing new. We had band practice tonight, and we got done early, and I was like, we need to put a podcast out because I made a schedule.
You made a schedule.
I made a schedule. No, I've Voxered y'all on the Real Pop Culture chat, and I said I got a calendar out, and I wrote last week's week before last podcast on there 143, and then I skipped a Wednesday and put 144, 45, and I wanted to see because basically on average we put out 2 podcasts a month. I try to put them out on a Wednesday. That doesn't always happen because we usually record on the weekend. That gives me a couple days to edit. So Wednesdays are good for releasing podcasts. It's just not always. But based on that assumption, I came up with when episode 150 will come out, and it's like right before Christmas.
It's like right before Christmas or New Year's.
I want to say it was December the 23rd, right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So episode 150 could be a Christmas special, or it could be we could wait a week or two and make it a New Year's thing.
We could definitely try to do something big.
So like
for
the
New
tail end of
Year's.
2020 is we're going to be at 150, provided we come up with our release schedule like I wrote it down. And if this comes out Wednesday, like it should, we'll be on track. I don't enjoy the face you're making right now.
No, I'm
It's very judgy.
I'm just used.
I'm
to
just
it.
saying it's judgy. The judgy face. Like if you were a judge right now, that would be your face.
Be my judge face.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, that's right. So we finished band practice. We were hungry. We ate 100 pizzas, and now we're doing the podcast. And I'm probably going to release this Thursday, actually, because that'll be October the 1st, because we have some Halloween-related stuff to talk about.
We do.
First of all, so it's fresh on our minds, Jason. There's big Jason news.
That's huge.
That's huge
Jason
news. According to the videos we watch, and I want to give him a shout out because this guy does really good videos.
CS3C Films.
3C Films is the YouTube group, and we watched a couple of videos. One just came out, and I watched it at work, and then I wanted to pull it up for you to see it. And they're saying that, well, let me back up. The reason you haven't seen a Jason movie since, Google, help me out.
If you don't count Vengeance, it'd been Jason X, wouldn't it?
Oh, they did that remake. It's just called Friday the 13th.
Oh, that was 2009.
Was it?
The remake was 2009.
See, this is my only complaint with them naming movies where there's already a movie named that movie.
We would type in new Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. They shouldn't be allowed to do that, though. It pulled up a new beginning.
Oh, wow.
When did you think it was?
2009.
I'm going to go with that. In somewhere around 2009, they released a Jason movie, and there hasn't been one since. And since then, they've released, like, a whole new rebooted Chucky Child's Play series.
Which I think it's just called Chucky for once.
They went back and did a big thing with Michael Myers, and they're fixing to release another one. Just found out because of his video, they're doing Scream 5. And it's kind
I
of
don't know how I feel about that because I've never was just after the first one, it just kind of became redundant.
The first one was really good. It was really good.
It's just like that movie. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah,
And there was like-
still don't know what you did last summer.
Yeah,
Remember
there was
that
like
one?
13 of them.
And then the next one was like, I still really seriously do know what you did last summer. I just can't bring that home enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they tried so hard to make that a thing. The Long John Silver guy with the claw.
I just didn't. It just didn't catch. The
didn't
first one
catch
was
on.
okay, but soundtrack was decent on it. But that was about it.
That's back when they had cool soundtracks for horror
Yeah.
movies, that's for sure.
I remember Offspring had a song on there.
Really? Which
Yep.
one?
Drink and Drive.
Look at you. With the Offspring 411.
Dude, that was so long ago.
What was I saying?
Oh, we're talking
Oh,
about
yeah,
the
they.
Jason
The
news.
reason that Jason has been frozen is because of a legal battle. There's a law in the states where if you can reclaim ownership of a work that you created after 35 years. So the guy that did Friday the 13th Part 1, which, by the way, on a side note, still holds up. I watch it every year.
I already watched it.
Every October, I watch it. And it's still really good. It don't even have Jason in it at all. Well, at the very end, he jumps out of the water. Spoiler alert from a movie from 79. The guy that did that movie came back after 35 years and said, hey, I want ownership of this franchise. And the studio was like, nope, we're not going to, nope. And
But going by what we were watching, he would only own the rights
to the first one if he
to
had
the
won.
first one,
Which
and that's
means
just the Friday the 13th title and
you wouldn't have a
premise.
machete-wielding, hockey mask-wearing Jason. You would have the
his dead mom
and the kid. You could do something.
with the girl.
You could do the kid that jumped out of the water at the end. That was
Oh,
Jason. He
yeah,
was in
yeah,
it
yeah.
at the very, very end.
But that they tried
But-
to play that off as a dream.
So it'd be a whole different Friday the 13th than what we're expecting or wanting to see. Since they didn't announce who won the court battle. They're assuming it was settled out of court, which it'd be stupid for them not to, because Jason is like a cash cow that people are going to show up for.
Good God, yes. I mean, that's millions of dollars in the bank right there.
Yeah, hundreds of millions. At any rate, it's pretty much officially confirmed that something's happened and that's over with, and they're moving forward with a new Jason movie. Official Jason movie. And lucky for us fans, the good thing is it's been so long that really good fan-made Jason movies has come out, such as Vengeance, and they've announced Vengeance 2. Did you know that?
I did not.
They're doing a sequel to Friday the 13th Vengeance.
Is it going to be on YouTube?
I don't know. I don't know any details other than that. I just saw it on Facebook. I follow all them because Jason Brooks was on the podcast. Name drop. The guy that played Jason. We've had 2 Jasons on the show.
Jasons, yeah.
Wow. Look at
CJ
us.
Graham and Jason
Look
Brooks.
at us. A couple crazy kids doing a podcast, and we got Jasons everywhere.
Just everywhere.
But everywhere I look, there's a Jason.
Technically, there quite is in here. I mean, we got
Yeah,
Jason stuff everywhere.
I kind of got a Jason shrine. You know, that old chestnut.
At least it's not his mom's head in the cabin.
Ooh, that would be great.
Get you some teacup candles set around it.
Yeah. And also another thing from the same person that did the YouTube video that
3C Films.
let us know there was a new Jason movie in the works. He also did a video about a canceled Jason TV show. And I don't know if that might come back because it got canceled for the same reason the movies haven't happened. But they were developing a Jason Voorhees TV show called The Crystal Lake Memoirs.
Crystal Lake Chronicles.
Chronicles, yeah. It was going to be on the CW, which I like CW shows, but here's a problem. If it's regular network television and not like Netflix or something that streams on the internet, you're going to be restricted by, you can't show boobies, and it's
a pivotal part of Jason.
It's a huge part of most slasher films is tatas. Okay,
Except for part
let's be
3.
honest. Another thing is you can't cuss, you can't be gory, you can't be graphic. Like you're stripping away a lot of Jason-esque.
That, and I guarantee you, Jason would have a love interest if it was on the CW. That's the reason he goes psycho and kills everybody, because he gets turned down.
That's the only thing about this show I didn't like. Everything else they described was pretty freaking cool, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because think about it. At the end of part 1, Jason as a little boy jumps out of the water and pulls the lady into the water. Then the next time you see Jason, he's a grown man. There's a lot of years there that's never been touched by the films.
Well, they didn't even explain it.
No. It's
in,
almost
in
like...
2.
Yeah. No, they never covered it.
And see, part 3 was supposed to have been 24 hours later. But if you remember the girl on part 3, she was always talking about as a kid this man who came out of the woods and chased her. And at the end of the movie,
I forgot about that.
Whenever she took his mask off, she was like, "Oh my God, it was you!" And that had been like 20 years, 15 years.
Yeah, you still got a
Roughly.
long time.
So
Yeah,
you know he was out there
you
doing
skipped.
something just
Yeah.
by what she said there.
Another thing that excited me about this potential Jason TV show is that the films were going to be canon within the show. In other words, within this universe, the Jason thing happened, then they made movies about it, which are the movies that we know. And then Jason comes back and is killing people again, and they know a lot about him because they've seen the same movies we have. So it's kind of meta in that way.
Yeah, but to me, that's going to be kind of weird.
Well, I think it's cool that they can do within the show what we do as fans and talk
Yeah.
about, like, make fun of certain things and
I mean, imagine there might be somebody that's got a podcast about Jason
see.
on there, and
This is what I was gonna, and we're jumping ahead here. This is what I was gonna suggest, and I'm not a filmmaker for good reason. The problem with Jason is it's hard to come up with a new scenario. You can't just keep doing the same old thing over and over and over. Where
yeah,
some
'cause
kids
he's been there, done that. and he's got
kids
the
show up to
t-shirt.
Camp Crystal Lake. They have sex. It makes him mad because teenagers are being teenagers, and he kills all the counselors because counselors are why he got killed. that's a cool storyline, but you can't just keep rehashing that. You got to come up with something new. Sometimes that takes you in a weird direction. Like, hey, let's put him in New York.
Or let's take him to space.
As much as I hate to admit, I do like that movie.
I do too.
But it's just weird for Jason to be in space, like however many years in the future that was. But yeah, you run out of things to do. Here's my pitch. You know how every October, no other time of the year do we deal with paranormal stuff on this podcast except for all the month of October is Halloween season.
We actually deal with it all the time, but we just don't talk about it.
We don't podcast about paranormal and scary stuff except for the whole month of October is all dedicated to Halloween. So what if there was a podcast and within this universe, the Jason stuff really happened, and they want to go on location to a scary place, and they picked Crystal Lake to do their podcast. And then, cool. And it would make it modern because everybody's got a podcast now. That's a modern thing. Everybody podcasts. You could go, like we went to so many places around Halloween and did a live broadcast. And if we lived close, if there was a real Camp Crystal Lake and we lived close to it, you bet your ass we'd want to go there and do a podcast. Oh, yeah. We'd rent out a cabin, we'd stay there the night, and all of a sudden this stuff starts happening. I'm not saying y'all owe me a lot of money if y'all make this movie, but I mean, at least send me like a hockey mask that you use on set, signed by every cast member and every previous Jason. That's all I'm asking. It's not much. And this podcast is not legally binding. My lawyer probably would get involved if y'all make this movie. But no, seriously, that's the only problem with Jason is there's only so many things you can do with him. You got to come up with something new. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
That kind of happened with a couple of weird things happened with Freddy. You almost ran out of the whole, well, he's in my dreams and I'm trying to stay awake because if I go to sleep, he'll be there. And then to try to bring him into the real world and do several different things. But another thing happened to Freddy besides running out of material is
that reboot. That was absolutely horrible.
Well, we won't even talk about that. But even before then, Freddy went from being this scary, nightmarish creature to like somebody you cheer for.
Well, it's because he was funny.
Yeah. People liked Freddy. They could actually relate to him. Not in a I like to kill people in their dreams kind of way, but like he was funny. He was cool. Like if he was in your high school, you'd want to be friends with him. And he says bitch a lot.
No, that's
Scary Terry.
Rick and Morty, yeah.
Well, they based that on Freddy, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of like sort of like Ozzy Osbourne. He went from like the Prince of Darkness to like this lovable family guy that everybody adores. And like Snoop Dogg was this hardcore gangster, and now he's like
the family man.
Yeah. It's kind of like you got to figure out a way to keep people like that scary. And that's hard to do when you want them to win.
Well, in Freddy's, I think it works better him being the villain that you cheer for.
Yeah, but
just because he is funny.
But you got to keep the movie scary too.
But I mean, really, what is scary anymore? Because once you've already watched 2 or 3 of them, it's not scary anymore. You got your jump scares.
Yeah.
But
I just remember the first 2 Nightmare on Elm Street movies was, of course, I was a kid.
Yeah, so we were young.
It was terrifying. When I watch a Freddy movie now, I'm still there. I'm on the front row. I'm taking my money if you put out a Freddy movie, but I just don't think they're scary anymore. So that's hard to maintain as well. It's like Alice Cooper said one time, you can't shock people anymore because they've seen everything.
Yeah, that's true. But, that leads up to the top 10 list we're wanting people to send us.
Nice segue. Look at you. Look at my little podcaster growing all up, knowing how to podcast. Well, we announced last episode that we're looking for this year from all of our listeners to make a top 10 list of the scariest movies, the movies that scared you the most and why. I won't even say horror movies because there might be movies that aren't horror movies that scared you. And I'm not saying your favorite horror movies or your favorite scary movies, but the ones that scared you the most and why.
Well, I've got a list of 20.
I've got a list.
I just picked 3.
My list isn't on paper yet, but I've got several in my head. And I like to elaborate. I like it when people elaborate. You know, it's fine if you just send us 10 movies, but like I have a story behind each one. Well, most of mine.
Most of mine, I can tell you the story behind it.
A lot of it had to do with my age. You know, I've already given one away, so I'll say it again. I watched The Exorcist when I was 9, and it gave me mental illness, like legitimately, until like I was 45, and I'm 44.
Yeah, I'm the same way with you there. That movie.
And I grew up in church, so to me that was real. You know,
it still is real.
Yeah, I mean, the possibility of it being a legit thing is terrifying. And I still have a different relationship with possession movies to this day because of it. Like I won't say I won't watch a possession movie, but I'll kind of steer around it
I'll watch them.
If I've got an easy out, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll watch them, but I'm like leery of them. Especially if they're like, based on a true story.
Yeah, I can't afford to have the second half of my life ruined by a movie. So yeah, I guess we've talked about Jason enough.
Was the Jason movie scary you when you was a kid?
Oh yeah. Well,
I remember the jump scares, but I don't remember
really
going
got
to bed
into
being
Jason.
afraid that Jason was going to come out of the woods.
I really got into Jason in Part 6. Everybody knows, if you've listened to 2 episodes of the show, that Part 6 is my favorite Friday the 13th. But I didn't necessarily think it was as scary as I thought it was cool. Like, Alice Cooper was doing the theme song, and Jason's back from the dead. In the previous film, they had, like, screwed up by, like, not even having him in it. And the title, Jason Lives, was cool, the premise. And that one's changed the status quo going forward. Like, Jason was almost like a Michael Myers type, like, real human being that can somehow withstand all this punishment and like, gunshots and stabbing and stuff and still keep coming.
Well, it's because he's dead.
Yeah, then he died and came back from the dead, so it's a whole new ballgame. People call him Zombie Jason. I don't really like using that term, but yeah, I mean, he kind of was.
I think he was more of a
he wasn't living at that
demonic
point. Well,
type of thing going on.
Going back to Friday the 13th Vengeance, they handled that very well. Which Vengeance is kind of a sequel to Part 6.
Yeah,
kind of
the untold story,
like ignoring but still paying homage to the ones after 6. But it was a direct sequel to 6, and it had C.J. Graham in it, so I'm all ears. And it was a good movie. I want to watch it again, actually. I've only watched it twice.
I think I may go back and watch it tonight.
Yeah. I may try to get Jason Brooks back on the podcast now that they have announced Part 2. Oh, and one last thing about the Jason TV show that they mentioned. It was going to be kind of like
Smallville.
It was going to be kind of like an anthology. It's where every season jumped around in Jason's timeline. Like, one season might be about what happened to Jason after Part 1. Then the next season might be a sequel to Jason X.
But it could also be, why was Jason?
Yeah, exactly. It didn't
be like a pre-Part 1.
Yeah, it was going to jump around in time with each season, which that would have been awesome.
The only backstory we got on Jason is what his crazy mama told us.
Yeah,
right before she got her head cut off. Spoilers.
All right, I think we've talked about Jason enough. But definitely send us those lists, and we will read them on air. If you want to remain anonymous, that's perfectly fine.
You can email them to us.
We'll just say one of our listeners sent this. If you don't want to be anonymous, we'll say who you are, which is the opposite of that.
If you want to be known,
our email address is popculture4real. That's the number 4real@gmail.com. I don't know our phone number. I never do. I think it's 662-305-9 and like 3 other numbers.
Hang on, you sent it to us on the or Anthony sent it to us on the
Anthony sent it because I keep forgetting it. And I keep saying I'm going to put it on a Post-it note and put it on the monitor here.
It's 662-305-9783.
You know, there's 2 things you can rest assured about this show in every episode.
You'll never know the phone number?
I'm never going to remember the phone number, and I'm never going to know what episode number this is.
But we already figured out the episode number.
144?
Yeah, that's what you said.
There you go. Blind leading the blind.
I think it is 144 because I want to say I remember the last one being 143.
Hey, and go back and listen to 143 if you haven't. It was a really good show. I had a great time doing it. We were talking to Chad Houston, who does Cruise in Amory every year, and he just opened a restaurant called the Gemstone in Amory. And we had a blasty blast doing that. We actually had him in the studio with us.
Yeah, and see, that was the first in studio since he was here last time.
Which was over a year ago.
Yeah. Which I don't think I was here for the one when he came last time.
I don't think
I think
were.
you done it during the week.
No, it was on a Sunday. This isn't like, well, I mean, it's kind of Halloween related. I've been watching American Horror Story.
Not great?
I watched season 1, 2, 3. Started watching 4 and then skipped to 5.
I don't see why you skipped 4. I thought Freak Show was a good one.
I don't know. It just didn't tickle my fancy. I may circle back to it.
It takes a little bit to get back into it, or to get into it. I just realized, because we was talking about Ratched at work, and then we got on the subject of American Horror Story. And
what do you think about Ratched?
I liked it.
I've seen 2 or 3 episodes. I like it, but I'm like, I still don't know what I'm like. What is it? What is this show?
I can't tell you. If I tell you, it literally. I mean, it gives away the show. It's like the show is so hard to describe to somebody.
Yeah,
there's this nurse, and
I've watched like 3 episodes, and I still don't know what it is.
She's trying to get a job at this mental institution, and
then you find out why.
And it starts off with a mass murder, and then that's all you can say, because you're like, if you say anything else, you will give away the entire show.
I'm sure I'll keep watching it.
Do it. It's good.
Walking Dead will be back this month.
Yeah, I don't think I watched any of it last month.
Oh,
Mandalorian's coming back end of October.
In October, yeah. Thank goodness stuff is starting to start coming out. Maybe like the movies will pick back up.
Well, there's a couple new movies coming out.
I'm really
October,
hopeful that
November.
life will return to something that's kind of normal by 2021.
Let's hope so, because 2020 was not the year that was promised.
You can say that again. It was a weird year. If you'd have told me even 5 years ago, hell, if you'd have told me on New Year's Eve, 1999, that the world was going to be brought to its knees by a pandemic.
In 20 years?
In 2020. Well, I meant to say 2019. I said 1999. But last year, New Year's Eve, if you said, hey, tomorrow it's turning 2020 and there's going to be a pandemic that closes the world, I'd have been like...
In less than 2 months, 3 months?
I'd have been like, ha, whatever. 2020 is going to be awesome. It wasn't.
Started out being pretty awesome. And we had some good steam going at the start.
It had a lot of potential. The next... Well, I don't know if it's going to be the next podcast, but one podcast I want to do this month is...
Next month?
I mean, this month. Because I'm going to release this Thursday, which will be October the 1st.
Oh, okay.
I want to really shine a light on all the Halloween episodes we've done. We've done some cool shit.
You know, if you want me to, I can go back, download the Halloween episodes, and we can do like a little best of.
I've talked about that on the last episode. I said if I had enough time, I would like to take the coolest moments out of every Halloween show we've done. Because when I say Halloween show, I don't mean just the show that aired at Halloween.
You mean the whole month?
The whole month of October, and some months that was like 5 episodes.
Yeah.
So every October we usually release more episodes than any other month. There's more than 2.
Now that I got this new mobile editing and podcasting stuff, I can do that.
Go for it. But I was at least going to do a rundown, and this is one that I could even like maybe do by myself, because sometimes it's hard to get everybody together, especially during the week, because you're only here Saturday and Sunday, and that's it. And Anthony's schedule is so rotating. But I wanted to kind of like just briefly walk everybody through, because we have listeners now that haven't heard all the old episodes.
I don't know what they're waiting for.
We came out of the gate swinging, though, with the Halloween stuff.
Well, you got to think, we'd already had a couple good episodes. We'd been planning the whole podcast centering around a good October
Yeah.
a good Halloween. So
Because I used to listen to the Stephen DC show on my
Yeah.
way to school.
Same
Even when I
thing.
was in college, I had a pretty decent commute, and I would listen to Stephen DC in the mornings. And every Halloween, they would broadcast live from a haunted house or a haunted location. And I always thought those episodes were so cool, just the way they put them together. And when we first started talking about doing a podcast, I was like, we're going to do that. And I don't mean an homage to that. I mean rip it off directly.
Well, we did everything but the live.
Yeah, we tried the first year to do live, and it did not end well.
No,
but that was a great show.
We tried using what, SoundHound or
No, SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
We were going to do it live, but gosh darn it, can you imagine a World War II bomb factory does not have great Wi-Fi?
I know.
And I even went and bought a hotspot, a cellular hotspot, just to upload our files as we were making them. But guess what? There ain't good cell phone service in a World War II bomb factory.
Not even in the general area, because we was out in the middle of nowhere.
We got a couple of segments uploaded that night live, but we cut together the whole episode and released it on our main
platform.
Yeah. So it's out there. Our first Halloween special. You should go listen to it.
That was, how many years ago was that now? 4 years ago? 5 years ago?
I want to say 2016 was the first show. So,
yeah, we're coming.
but our first show wasn't the first Halloween show.
No.
We the first show was in, I want to say, in April or March.
March, I think.
Well, I've got all this wrote down somewhere because I've already started the outline of the show that I'm going to do that I'm speaking of.
Because it started out with just you and Clint.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got involved. Then Germ got involved.
And then later, Anthony.
Then Rob got involved.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Rob started out being just a producer.
He was going to be just a, and then we called him like Robin from the Howard Stern show. Because like he would just make comments and stuff, but then he became like a part of the show, so it was like us three.
Yeah.
And then when Germ had to leave, it was just me and Rob for a while.
Back.
Yeah. And Clint was gone for a long time, and he's been back a few times since. Which that's always what I wanted from the show is
Like revolving, sort of.
Yeah, because we can't always. The way our lives and our schedules the way they are, we can't say like, okay, every Sunday at this time we're all getting together and we're doing a podcast. We can't.
No.
And y'all have even done one or at least part of one without me.
We've done.
And y'all have done interviews without me, and I want to be able to. Hey, I want to be able to call in sick, and the show goes on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, but you got the episodes that we started without you or did without you just didn't have the same. I don't know. It just didn't flow right.
Which, by the way, they were the most downloaded episodes in history. The ones that I was.
History.
In
Not
the history.
Our history. The history of podcasting.
No, the history of the world and the universe.
Oh wow. Yeah. So that makes it feel a little bit better.
Pretty weird.
So that means you're the one that's holding us back.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, we could be making it rich right now.
And yet, here we are.
And here we are. So what else we got going on? I know there's no real Killj.
I haven't plugged our Patreon page this episode, and I really want to put that out there because we're going to do some really special stuff. There's already some original content on the Patreon page, and there's going to be a lot more coming very soon. So just at least go check it out. It's patreon.com, and you can search for Real Pop Culture, or you can just go to patreon.com/Real Pop Culture.
Or you just download the app and type in Real Pop Culture. That's what I had to do because it wouldn't let me search it.
Yeah, I still do stuff on computers.
Well, I do everything pretty much mobile.
I'm in front of a computer most of the day, so...
I am too. If I'm not in bed...
But it baffles me still to this day, the amount of people nowadays that don't even have a computer in their home.
That is weird.
They don't have one at all.
You got a cell phone.
I know,
got a
but
smartphone.
there's some stuff I don't want to do on my cell phone. Like, I don't like paying bills on my cell
You
phone.
got an iPad. I mean...
Even still, like, I don't know. I guess I'm old school. There's some stuff I want to sit down at the... Like, if I'm going to type out a document, I'd rather sit in front of the computer and do it. If the screen's bigger, I got a keyboard that's actually a keyboard that clicks when I hit the buttons.
I just do my best not to type out documents.
Yeah, that's also a good idea. Avoid documents and meetings.
I do a pretty good job avoiding both of them.
I hate meetings.
I do too. The reason I'm glad I'm on night shift.
Why don't we take a break?
Okay.
Well, it's almost 11 o'clock. I need to go to bed. Me and Anthony can finish this up tomorrow night. We got 35 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely go check out the Patreon.
Yeah, and I'll plug that again at the end of the show.
It does have some pretty interesting content right now.
You're a patron, aren't you?
I am. I was the first patron.
You still may be the only one. I don't know. But you know what's crazy to me is, and I'm not knocking anybody, but I looked at all the Patreon stuff, and there's a lot of, and it's not just podcasts, it's anything.
Everything's got a Patreon page.
But there's a lot of them that they don't even offer original content for their patrons. They're just like, hey, support us.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but I at least want to give you something. If you're going to give me something, I want to give you something.
Which, I mean, $1 is...
Our first tier starts at $1. That's $12 for an entire year. And even at the entry level, there's a lot of cool stuff, especially our archiving, which is going to be a big deal in the future because we're running out of space. I got to start archiving all old episodes, so you won't be able to go to, for example, and listen to our first ever episode. You won't be able to go listen to our first Halloween special like you can now. It'll only be on the Patreon because we're running out of room, and that's where we're going to store that stuff.
And let's face it, folks, podcasting is not cheap.
It's not?
No.
Then how are we doing it?
Because we've got...
Well, we already had the equipment because we're in a band.
No, honestly, none of that equipment we use.
Some of it we do. We repurpose.
The mic cords.
We used to use the soundboard for something.
When we first started, before we got a PreSonus.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't do it that way anymore. But anyway, we're starting to ramble. I'll just finish this up tomorrow night with Anthony or by myself.
All right.
I would say we're going to go to a commercial, but we don't have any sponsors right now. We might need to do a line level test. The reason that angles is so you can get it like close to your face.
I'll level your line test.
Like, yeah, that's fine. Just make sure it's close to your face. Like a one fist distance at least, or most.
What kind of language are we talking here? Make sure it's close to your face.
Yeah.
I'm talking real low right now. Which one am I?
You're the one that says aphony.
Aphony.
Mine says Mark.
Aphony? I thought it was anphony. Do you spell my fake name wrong?
I did. Let's check this and see how it sounds. So this is basically going to be like two mini podcasts put together into one because me and Kel got together 2 days ago.
Yeah.
It would have been Sunday, I guess.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, and we did a little over 30 minutes. And since it's been 2 days ago, I've forgotten everything we talked about except I know we talked a lot about Jason and Friday 13th stuff. But everything else I may repeat again. And it's also like a new podcast because I have announcements. The first main announcement is that I have a sticky note on the monitor now, so I'll never forget
the
phone number again. I'll always not know what episode it is, so we'll still have that. But the other thing is we have a new voicemail line. Our old one expired because I forgot. I accidentally changed the password to our email, and that's what the Google Voice connects through. And I was like, well, I'll just change it later. I hate every time I forget a password. It's such an ordeal. So by the time I checked it, I didn't see my warning that we're going to lose our number, and it had already been too late to get it back. And so, plus that was tied to our old email that was being forwarded to our new email, and this one is set up with the new email, so it's better. It's a better number. 662-767-4487. And nobody's going to answer that number when you call it. It's just going to ring. I wish used to they would let you adjust how many times it rang before it picked up. Because being that nobody's going to answer it, I would like for it to like almost pick up right away.
Just
But
go straight to the.
I can't find where to change that. I think they took it out. You got to wait the full 5 or 6 rings or however many. But there's a greeting and then a beep. You know how voicemail works. So y'all can if you don't feel like texting. Oh, and you can text that number too, by the way. If you don't want to call it with your mouth, you can do it. You can text it with your fingers.
With your fingers. If you're talented, you could text it with your mouth.
You could like type with your tongue.
Yeah, like Jimi Hendrix and that shit.
So we can't divulge any details because it hasn't been confirmed yet. But we've been plotting and scheming over here, high atop the 2nd floor of the Killjoy headquarters at the Killjoy Ranch, haven't we?
Yes.
I'm always excited when Halloween season rolls around, and for me, Halloween is October the 1st through the 31st. It's not just one night; it's 1 month. We got some good stuff lined up. I will say this: if this works out, and it looks like it's more than likely going to, we're going to do another on-site adventure where we stay the night and broadcast from a spot. But as soon as we get that confirmed, well, I'm sure you'll hear about it by the next episode.
Yeah, I should get that confirmation by tomorrow.
Nice. So you're basically booking everything tomorrow, or attempting
Yes,
to.
I'm gonna call tomorrow and set the dates where we have set aside, and I have the first date, and I have the
backup date.
the backup date.
I hope we get the first date because that's going to be rough on me doing all that editing towards the end of and trying to get it out before. Which we've released stuff in November that was Halloween related because we recorded it on Halloween.
Right.
And we're not live, so
Right.
it came out later. Like the first one that we stayed at the ordnance plant, it came out like sometime in November. And our next show, or one of the Halloween shows, is going to be me going through and recapping all the cool shit we've done for Halloween, which is really neat if you think about it. We've done some cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
And we had one year, I think it was last year, that it kind of dipped a little. Like we did some episodes that were Halloween related, but they weren't as cool. Like we set the bar really high.
Something weird about last year's Halloween where nothing clicked right or something. We had to just like phone it in or something.
It seems like Halloween fell at a weird time. Like this year, Halloween is on a Saturday.
Oh,
That's cool.
Am I off?
It's a shame that we don't have a gig booked somewhere.
No.
I love doing shows on Halloween.
I hate when you do shows on Halloween.
Why?
I don't know. I work in Halloween.
Because
day.
people do your Halloween day.
Yeah, Halloween day I'm working.
Are you off the next day?
No. If I work Saturday, I'm automatically working Sunday.
Yeah, that's true. So, at any rate, I actually had something to talk about. I know I plugged our Patreon in the first part, the last podcast that's still on this one. But yeah, go check out our Patreon. And I always forget, and I put it on this note too, to tell people to like and subscribe. Subscribe to us on whatever platform, whether it's Stitcher or Spotify or Apple Podcasts if you're on an iPhone. Click subscribe because you'll get notified whenever there's a new episode out.
I used to use the Apple Podcast app, but now that we're on Spotify, because they were stalking us that day,
Yeah.
I use Spotify for everything.
You know what? I do a weird thing. I listen to some of my podcasts on Stitcher and some of them on Apple
Oh, really?
for no reason. Because they're all on the same. I could just listen to
All of them on the same one.
Yeah, but some of them I just started listening to them. Like Astonishing Legends, I always listen to on Apple.
I listen to them on Spotify.
But then when I discovered Stitcher, I started discovering other podcasts, and I just kind of kept it separated for no reason at all.
If they're on, like if I find a podcast that I want, even if it's I'm on the Apple, listen to a podcast, if I will always search and see if they're on Stitcher. If they're on Stitcher, I mean Spotify. If they're on Spotify, I listen to them on there. The only ones I listen to on Stitcher are the only ones that are Stitcher exclusives, like the Wolverine and stuff like that.
Do we want to go ahead and do a couple of lists? We've got like 4 already ready.
Why don't you try out that new voicemail line and see if you got anything on there?
Well, I just set it up today, so I think I'm the only one that's called it because I was testing it.
Well, I'm pretty sure you have something on there.
Oh, okay. I see what you're hinting at. Is it audible or was it text?
It's text.
Okay.
So we can test it and see if it works, and if it doesn't work, we'll know.
I'm gonna stop this for a second.
Okay. Go ahead.
So we've been telling everybody already to send us their lists. The 10 movies that scared you the most and why. I like it when people elaborate, and she did that.
We got a novel,
Yeah, Savannah sent
a novella
yeah,
of some sort.
which is good. I like it. And I've got Alicia's list, and I almost had her read it live, but she's a little too shy. She's taking another shot.
My entire list of 10 plus 3 honorable mentions does not take up the
Are you
words.
doing yours tonight, or are you gonna wait?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't care.
Were you doing yours tonight?
No, I'm gonna wait.
Well, I'm gonna do I'll do mine tonight just because I don't know when
That's true.
I might be
we
out
never know
here.
when we're gonna have you.
Yeah, so I will do mine tonight.
Okay.
And
3 is good.
Everybody does not have enough adjectives that Savannah apparently used to write
Well,
this.
since she's got so many
dissertation.
on here, why don't you just why don't you go first?
She wrote it like an essay.
My top 10 scariest scenes from horror movies, regardless of whether the overall movie was actually good.
The number 10, the diner scene from Children of the Corn, the 1984. This is a flashback scene where Isaac watches the other children murder all the adults in the diner with his creepy old man face. Very classic horror. Creepy looking kids. I saw it as a small child and I still think about it. His weird, creepy old man face.
I'm not gonna do my list tonight, but I will say that Children of the Corn is in my list too because it is creepy as hell. All right. On Alicia's list, she's got Cat's Eye. Oh, and you know what? I told her that what I did was I put the year the movie came out on my list because to me, the year the movie came out is relevant to how scary it was. And I think that also correlates more with your age.
You're right.
But it just kind of like puts it in perspective because there's some movies that are scary today that were scary in the 70s, but then there's some that were scary then but not necessarily now because we've seen everything there is to see that could shock us and scare us. So we're too calloused now. But 1985 Cat's Eye, that was that Steven Spielberg?
It's King.
Stephen King.
Stephen King, yes.
But was it?
I think it was Spielberg.
Google it. Cat's Eye. I think it was Stephen King.
Which Stephen? Stephen King?
It's the short stories, right?
Yeah, it's a bunch of stories, and one of the stories, everything is centered around this cat, if I remember correctly. And she said the only thing she remembers about the movie is the cat taking the little girl's breath, and she's been afraid of cats ever since. But you know what? I think she may be remembering that wrong. I think it was that little troll, that little goblin.
The little troll was in the cat's eye.
I thought he was taking the breath.
No, the cat was taking it.
The cat was?
I think you're actually right. The troll was taking the breath.
No, the cat sat on top of her chest and was like sucking, and you could see the smoke like coming from her into the cat.
We'll have to YouTube that here in a little while. Yeah, we'll YouTube that. And next episode, we'll tell you which one it was, the cat or the goblin. All right, what's her next one?
Troll, not a goblin. God, all the goblins out there are mad.
I got the troll community on the line, and they are not happy. The trolls are never happy. Neither are goblins.
You got a flashback over to the list.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you probably need me to pull that up so you can read it.
I gotta say mine real quick. Mine are in no particular order. Probably the scariest one is gonna be the first because it's the first one I wrote down because that's the one that's in my head.
And it's weird when I remember the movies are movies I wanted to watch. So I know it's typical scary scenes in the movies, whether they're good or not, but this was a great movie, and it's probably other scarier scenes in the movie that are scarier. But this is the one that stands out to me. The gate, when the little claymation thing was trying to reach a doorknob, and they'd done something. I don't remember what they'd done, but it fell over and it busted into all those little clay people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hell with that.
Dude, that movie creeped me out. But let me ask you this: do you think? Because I haven't watched it since I've like recorded it on my VCR way back when.
Right.
And watched it a bunch of times. But do you think it held up? Like if we watched it now?
I don't know if it would hold up now because of the claymation, because claymation looks so cheesy now.
Well, some of the claymation and stop motion Star Wars look cheesy, but still, it was a great movie.
It looks, but when you watched it originally, that's all you had.
How do you read your writing?
I don't.
That's
I
tiniest
just remember what
stuff
I wrote.
I've ever seen.
And I was writing really, really fast too.
I've never seen words that small. I would need a telescope to read that.
But yeah,
Maybe.
I think The Gate is deserving of a remake. I think a lot of scary movies have got remade.
That's so true. There's a bunch that you're like, why have they not done this?
The Gate is one of those movies because it's one of those, and it kind of goes into, you had the like Stranger Things and stuff with the coming of age kids shows.
Yeah.
And the Gate was one of that because it was kids.
It was
kids.
Not even, they probably weren't even in high school. They were more like middle school.
Do you remember the guy who was the lead character in the Gate? I think it was Stephen Dorff.
I have no idea.
He was the bad guy in Blade.
Okay.
Yeah, you would know him if you've seen him.
Okay.
He's been in a lot of movies.
Well, so he was Frost? Frost was the bad guy in Blade 1.
Yeah, that was Stephen Dorff.
Okay.
He was the little kid in the Gate.
Wow.
You can do your Google thing if you want to.
It is, that's right.
Is it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, since you're too shy to get on the podcast,
young Alicia.
you can Google
Jamie
stuff for
over
us.
And then Savannah's number 9.
I have not seen this movie.
I haven't seen this movie either, but
I've heard a lot about it.
Savannah, Kara,
It came up last year.
and Raven love this movie. I think Sean brought it up a lot in his. Was it Sean?
I can't remember, but I know we talked about VHS.
The I Like You scene from VHS. The creep factor is high in the section of VHS where a weird girl whose eyes are slightly too far apart, making her have a distinct, uncanny valley feel.
Uncanny.
Approaches a random dude in a bar because I like you, which is apparently all she knows how to say. She's creepy and it becomes terrifying when she reveals her true monstrous nature. The guy's desperate attempt at escape while she eats his friends leads to a visceral, uncomfortable broken limb, and it's all shot found footage style from a camera apparently hidden in his glasses. It looks no film, but it's still great. Pretty great.
I need to put that on the list. I'm gonna watch that.
So this Savannah's my child, and she is I will find out her fan fiction in a login. So if anybody wants to go read any of her stuff that she's written,
I was gonna say she should be a writer, but you're saying she is.
She does.
Okay.
She's got a lot of stuff on some writing websites, and I will link that in the show.
Yeah, definitely.
And she writes a lot of stuff.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
The Entity, 1983. Horrifying. Raped over and over by an invisible being. Yeah, I remember Movie Gallery. The one where Factory Connection is now. No,
Yeah.
what's where Little Caesars is, isn't it?
Yes, where Little Caesars is.
Yeah, we used to rent movies at Little Caesars. But I used to rent a lot of horror movies way back when. And Carrie told me about that movie. She's like, it's like the most horrifying movie ever. What's your next one?
What's my next one?
With your tiny handwriting.
My tiny handwriting. This is not so much a scary scene while watching the movie. This is one of those things that you kind of overlook while watching the film, but it's recreated in your mind while you're sleeping, which is not a good time. It's the Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't remember which Nightmare on Elm Street it is. I don't know if it's 1 or 2. I didn't research it. But it's when Freddy's arms are stretched out across
It's part 1.
the alleyway.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with the scene. It's
Very.
It's very creepy. It's like Freddy.
But you know what's weird about that scene? He's got the glove only on one hand.
Right.
But there were knives
On
just coming
both-
out of his fingers.
fingers.
On the other one.
To me, it was like Freddy can get you no matter where you're at.
Yeah.
No matter where you go, I can reach you.
Like I can
don't know,
distort
it's-
my life force to accommodate your murder.
Right. I mean, it was that was because I was when Freddy Krueger came out. I think I was 12 or 13. It was coming out like what, 85, 84. So it was around. I was 12, 13 years old when Freddy. So I wasn't gonna be so much scared, and if I was, I would admit it because I was at that age.
Oh, yeah,
But
for sure.
that scene was not something you jumped at in the film, but it was creepy after the fact. Like it stuck out in the movie to me.
If you're watching it with your friends, you're like, I'm not scared. You're scared.
Yeah.
Scaredy cat.
No, Savannah has told us. I asked Savannah where we could find her writing. She said her Reddit is has some original fiction, short horror stories. It's u / what is, I don't know. There you go.
U/witch-brew.
That's Savannah's writing and original works there.
Yeah, I'll check that out. So, do her number 8.
Her number 8. Okay, pull it up.
It's on there.
Oh, okay.
It's at the top.
The opening scene from Darkness Falls. I should note, I don't remember a single thing from the rest of this movie because it wasn't that good. But the opening scene is the reason I'm scared of the dark. The Tooth Fairy, who is apparently the vengeful spirit of a dead witch and doesn't like people looking at her, which is fair, is coming to visit a preteen boy who just lost his tooth. But he catches a glimpse of her and only doesn't die because he flashes light in her face and she's scared of light. He then hides in the bathtub with the lights on, and when his mom goes to check his room, she gets murdered. Super hard.
Murdered super hard.
I like to. I read with my finger, and it's hard to read with my finger from 4 foot away.
Says the guy who writes in like microscopic hieroglyphics.
I wrote a sentence, not a paragraph.
Yeah.
It's
Fright Night, 1985. She was 10 years old, and it gave her nightmares. I remember that movie being creepy, but the one scene that was like, ooh, was when the redheaded chick had her back to the guy, and she looked normal from behind. And I can't remember if he reached out and touched her shoulder, but either way, she spun around, and you were like, oh my God. Her face looked horrifying.
yeah.
Like, you didn't see shit like that back then. Somebody spent some time in the makeup chair on that.
What's my number?
Last year we watched the remake Fright Night, and it was like, I liked the people, like the actors and stuff did good, but it's
It
just
wasn't the original.
it
Yeah, it's
wasn't
not the original.
You can't. Some stuff is too good. It'd be like if you tried to remake Star Wars. Like they did it right the first time.
Yeah.
They pretty much nailed it.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna do better.
You're gonna try to make it better because if you're gonna try to remake something, don't do it unless you're gonna make it better. So, and a lot of times, trying to make it better means that you're gonna throw more special effects at it, especially something like Star Wars. And that was what's made it great. The special effects was practical effects and not CGI. Is it my turn?
Yes. You kind of have to go twice.
And this is me. The Phantasm. The ending. Phantasm was my first experience with scary movies.
It's a good one to start on.
And it was a scary movie. It scared the shit out of me. I told the story a list or two back on the previous episodes of why I watched that movie. That the ending scene after the movie was going off, the movie was almost over. Like it went off at this point. Everybody saved the day.
Was it the first post-credit scene?
And it was up and everybody was. It was going off. They saved the day. They killed the monster and everything. And then the guy, somebody came through the back of a mirror, busted it, and jerked him through the mirror. It was the first the cheap startle scare I remember coming from a movie. I think it's not Poltergeist, but Phantasm coming out like 79 or 80 or 80.
And then they did a Phantasm 2. I don't know if they did any after that. That's the two I saw.
When me and my brother watched it, it was that time period. It was when it came out on HBO because we had a free HBO weekend and we snuck up in the middle of the night to see boobies. We seen boobies.
Did Phantasm deliver?
We're scarred for life from now on, but just from.
Did Phantasm deliver on the boobage?
Oh, it's a '79 horror movie. Do I need to say more?
No, not really. We as always, I rewatch Friday the 13th, the original, every year, every October, and we watched half of it last night, and I was like, wow, they really came correct with the boobage. Even that 2009 remake, we rewatched it, and I kind of forgot how good that was.
It was good. I liked it, and they had good actors in it. The actors sold it. Even the cheesy ones, the cheesiness was kind of like sold by the actors. I mean,
and a lot of unrealistically perfect tatas.
Yeah.
I think we did this in the wrong order. I should have went second to give you a break, but you have to go twice in a row.
Okay.
Well, you just read it since you're closer.
Number 7.
I gotta pee. This is a long one. The hide and clap scene from The Conjuring. While the sequels weren't exactly up to par for the most part to me, the initial Conjuring movie was an instant classic. This scene followed Carolyn, mother of five daughter, the true horror, as she investigated something in the basement and ends up trapped by an invisible threat. The scene plays with suspense and dread very well. A steady escalation that begins with a ball being flung across the room while the music ramps up, and then has the mom running up the stairs while the light bursts. The music cuts as the mom lights matches in the dark, breathing heavy, and then 2 pale hands clap next to her head before her last match goes out. And that scene is actually on my list. I just said the clap scene.
That's a good movie.
And I think I think when we was doing our list about scary movies, you hadn't watched The Conjuring because it was a modern horror movie.
No, I haven't watched it because it's a demon possession movie. And I have mental illness from watching The Exorcist.
You should watch The Conjuring because it's a.
Not only is it on my list, but what's the name of that service I just subscribed to today? It's sort of like it's a streaming TV app thing
based on horror movies. I
went on there as soon as I subscribed, and it's called what? Philo. Well, so I went on there and they had a bunch of horror movies, and you kind of have a DVR built in.
Okay.
It's internet based, but you can click save on a TV show or movie, and it'll add it to your list. And I saved a bunch of horror movies to watch, and that was one of them.
It's good.
So it's on my virtual
So you
DVR.
still haven't seen The Conjuring?
No, I've not.
Oh God, it's a good.
I tell
movie.
you, I veer away from them, man. You can call me a chicken
It's a
if
good
you want
movie.
to,
Is it my turn? Or
you'll be thinking chicken when you get one of them demons after you. One of them old demons.
Is it Lisa's turn? Or?
Yes, it is. Amityville Horror, 1979. The Flies is the main things I remember. I think in one of the Amityvilles, I think it was 4, where they have a yard sale and this lady buys a creepy lamp. I think it was bees on that one.
I have no idea.
I don't think it was flies, but I may be remembering that wrong. It has been a while.
It's funny. Hers was Amityville, and mine's a classic horror movie as well on my number 4.
Well, I'll add to that. Last year, the flies were really, really bad. And so I was standing at the kitchen washing dishes, and they were a swarm of flies in the kitchen window. And I immediately thought, I'm going to get killed in this house, all these flies. It scared me.
There's a scene from Poltergeist, and it's not even a major part of the film. I don't think, but to me, it's just just a filler scene to sell the story. It does sell the story. Yeah. But when she falls into the swimming pool they're digging in Poltergeist.
Oh yeah.
And all the dead bodies start floating up.
Did you know there's a new TV show called Cursed Films, and Poltergeist was featured as one of the episodes. Yeah. They had The Exorcist, and every film where it seemed had some bad vibes. They allegedly, the rumor was some of them skeletons that popped up in that scene you're talking about was real skeletons.
Real skeletons?
Well, they confirmed it on that show. Well, yeah, back then, Most of the skeletons you ordered were
Real skeletons.
Real tough skeletons.
But that was that stood out to me in that movie. Those little dead bodies floating up from everywhere. All right, you're gonna have to pause it.
You gotta pause it.
Yeah. I have fatigue.
You have to take a piss break. I could read. I'll just go ahead and read her next one while he's taking a break. Have we already read this one, or is it just deja vu because we were just talking about Amityville?
No, that's it.
The closet scene in the Amityville Horror remake. Oh, that's the one with was it Ryan Reynolds? This scene follows the babysitter absolutely no one would hire being locked in the youngest child's closet at the Amityville house where sometime before a man killed his entire family. The closet door doesn't have a lock but won't budge even when the terrified babysitter bloodies her fingers clawing at it. Then Jody, the spirit of the little girl who previously occupied the room, appears and taunts the babysitter before first forcing her to stick her finger into a bullet hole in the center of Jody's forehead. Yikes. And I watched this as a kid. Wow. I haven't seen that. Let me see what year that came out. And if that was Ryan Reynolds that was in that. How do you spell Amityville?
Amy. T. There it is.
The Amityville Horror, 2005. Yep.
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't either.
You haven't seen that version with Ryan Reynolds?
No.
Not that this means anything, but it didn't score very
It's good. You know that don't mean crap.
No, that don't mean crap.
I liked it because when the original was coming out with James Brolin or whatever, it was that time when that that kind of psycho-ish kind of thing. Psycho was great.
Yeah.
But Psycho was Psycho. Leave it alone. Don't try to recreate it nowhere
Right.
else.
Don't try to
that music and stuff. But I liked Ryan Reynolds' version. He played the James Brolin part of that. Badass, I thought.
Poltergeist, 1982. The people talking through the TV snow, waking up to the TV off the air was terrifying, and the creepy old preacher man. Was he in just that one?
I think he was in.
He reappeared some. Didn't
He came through. I don't know if he was in the original, but I know he was in like part 2 or something like that. Is it me now? I'm gonna skip over one because
But
mine.
after that movie came out, and you fall asleep on the couch or whatever, watching
When
TV, and you wake up to
We
snow,
wake up to the snow on the TV.
it will freak you out.
Most of our
As an
listeners,
11-year-old.
probably don't remember when TV channels would go off the air.
Right.
They would do the national anthem,
And
and then they would sign out, and it would go to that color, multicolored thing, and then it would go to snow.
Right.
So you would wake up, and you would have white noise on your TV. Every channel did that. Then they invented infomercials, and that's never happened since.
My number 5 is the Conjuring, the clap thing. So I'm just gonna say that and then skip to the next one. Just go ahead and rush it along. But Hellraiser 1.
Yes.
It wasn't so much a scary movie. It's just kind of it's just kind of cringy moment.
Yeah. They
When,
they really laid into it with
When that when the crazy
creepiness.
guy is on that mattress cutting himself with a scalpel, just cutting himself, and all the little chains start coming out. That was early on in the film. That's before anything scared. That was when you knew you was watching a scary movie. Like when I don't know when Hellraiser came out. When you were watching Hellraiser, it was like you came in like.
You'll know when I do my list.
When you write in, you just turn the channel. And, okay, Hellraiser's on. Let's see what this is about. You don't really know
87.
because that's when
87.
That's when you used to how you used to watch TV. You didn't, if it came on TV, you just okay. Let's see what this is about.
Yeah.
If you sit there and you're watching this crazy guy cut his ass, you didn't know it was a scary movie until that scene, and it was pretty. Yeah.
The whole premise is that guy escaped from hell, and the Cenobites were basically demons that were coming back to take him back to hell.
Take him back to hell. Right.
Because when he first showed up, he didn't have any skin on him.
Right.
He'd been in hell.
Well, there was somebody. The entity of that guy was living in that mattress, and he needed blood to bring him back out of that mattress. So
Yeah.
when he was cutting himself, the blood from that guy got in the mattress, and that's when he was able to get a hold of him and
Yeah.
get him.
But I just remember when they showed up, the Cenobites, I was like, that looks like something you would imagine came from hell.
Yeah, it's some Clive Barker's a weird dude.
Savannah's turn.
Okay.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Love this movie.
This is a good one.
Love
the
this movie.
truck chase scene from Jeepers Creepers. Before we even get introduced to Mr. Gotta Have Them Peepers properly, he's already trying to murder our protagonist with his gross-looking semi-truck. That's a badass truck.
It is a badass truck.
This scene is startling and builds anticipation and dread well as setting up the rest of the weird movie that I personally liked. I liked it too. A lot of people say they don't like Jeepers Creepers, but I think
I didn't like part 2.
Jeepers Creepers kind of holds up as one of the new modern scary movies for the young people
And
coming
the chick in the movie had hoop earrings on.
up. There you go.
And I'm shallow. Arachnophobia because it's effing spiders. Yeah, I do have legit arachnophobia, but I was such a little shit around the time this movie came out. Me and my friends got, I don't even remember where we got them, but we got a big bag of plastic spiders and took to the theater with us. I'm not even kidding you right now. And it was packed. It was the Amory Twin Cinema. And I mean, it was every seat was full, and we were randomly tossing these plastic spiders like behind us and in front of us throughout the whole movie.
That was it's funny. Like when I watched Nightmare on Elm Street, it was a small theater, and like I said, I was 12 or 13 years old, and the middle-aged kids who wanted to watch the movie, they sit in the middle, and the older kids who just didn't care about the movie, they just wanted to talk to girls or whatever. They sat way back in the back, and one of those guys back in the back was taking his fingernails and sliding them up on the metal of the seat, and it was sounding like Freddy scraping his fingernails.
I see.
And it's one of the things that stands out for Nightmare on Elm Street to me.
What's your next one?
This is my next one. This is going way back, and I seen the remake. I watched this movie when I was younger, and I only seen part of it, and it scared me. But I liked the movie, but it did scare me. So when I watched it after I was older, I watched the remake. The remake was good, and I went back and watched the original. And this scene is when Donald Sutherland from the Invasion of the Body Snatchers does that scary point scream when he sees somebody who hasn't been body snatched yet. I think it's at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
I
remember that.
That is
That's like the only thing I remember about that movie.
which means I'm on point by putting on the list. But that
I
scene,
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I didn't really realize that, but I watched that clip again today just to reassure myself I was on the right movie. But I didn't think that seeing Kiefer Sutherland now and Donald Sutherland, but after looking at Donald Sutherland when he was that young, they just looked just so damn like.
I agree 100% with Savannah's next one.
Oh,
You want me to read it?
Savannah's. Yeah, go ahead.
Georgie's death from It, either version. It doesn't hesitate to let you know is going to be a rough one, seeing as it murders a small child right out of the gate. Georgie is playing with his paper boat. His brother made him in the rain, but it goes down the drain pipe. Here we get introduced to the titular monster. Pennywise the dancing clown. He convinces Georgie to reach in and retrieve his balloon, and in either version, the clown comes across terrifyingly creepy, building a sense of unease in the viewer that is turned into straight up horror when he grabs Georgie and sinks his teeth in. Poor Georgie. Yeah, it's very graphic on the remake.
I think Savannah made it more graphic by her description of.
Yeah. It is hard to watch somebody murder a kid.
Yes.
Even you know it's a movie, you know it's fake. It's like you see adults get murdered all the time. You're like, oh, you know. But yeah, like take it like it's Freddy Krueger. I mean, he is what he is because he was a child killer. He killed kids, but it never really showed him killing kids. But like Georgie got like his arm ripped off.
And he was a young child, not like a teenager.
On the
All
remake,
teen-
like he ripped his arm off
Yeah.
and then like drug him into the sewer.
because in horror movies, all those teenagers you typically need to die anyway. They kind of deserve it. But a little kid just
They were
playing with,
smoking marijuana.
playing
and
with his
having
damn
sex.
boat.
Can't do that. Not in my camp.
Nuh-uh. Where's my hockey mask?
The Conjuring 2013. That's when that came out.
Yeah, it's new. It's 7 years old, but it's fairly new.
She put for her the reasoning is because it's a true story. Is it really a true story?
Based on.
See, I haven't watched it.
You need to watch it.
I've got it queued. Anthony's next one.
My next one. The Night of the Scarecrow scene. The Night of the Scarecrow was an okay, like ABC scary.
I liked it.
But that part when that dude died in the grain silo,
Yeah,
that was uncomfortable.
I like Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
The Night of the Scarecrow was a good. It's
It's a good movie.
one of those. It wasn't like a.
I mean, it wasn't terrifying.
It was.
but
Like,
it was.
but I think it was like. What did
This was like a suspense thriller.
It was like an
horror
ABC
movie.
movie. I don't think it came out of theaters or anything.
I watched it on. I rented it.
But that was a good show. What's Savannah got next?
Number 3.
Oh, I know what she's
We're on
talking
the
about.
last 3.
The attic scene from The Grudge, not the new one. While The Grudge can be confusing, disjointed, and sometimes slow-moving, there's no denying that there are aspects of it that are genuinely horrifying. Can't even hear that sound without freaking out. That's what I did to Savannah when she won't go to bed when she was little. I literally could have filled this list at least up to 5 with scenes from The Grudge, because the ghost just freaks me out more than any American ghost ever has. The attic scene is where she comes collapsing out of the attic and crawls all creepy onto the schoolgirl, and that's all I'm going to say about this because I don't like her face.
How do they? I don't know how they do that. Like the way they move in The Grudge and in The Ring, how it's like stop motioning.
Stop motioning, yeah.
Yeah, it looks unnatural, so it makes it creepier. People don't move that way.
That scene in The Grudge, and when she's like her head comes down the door facing, and I going, I can do that now. It's a Savannah, and she'll do that little shiver thing every time it happens.
Cujo, 1983. You afraid of dogs?
It was a rabid dog trying to kill him.
I'll be honest with you. I watched Cujo a long time ago, but I don't remember that much about it.
I
I just remember it was a bad dog.
I watched the movie
Bad dog,
and I
Cujo.
read the book. The book is
I said bad dog and pig.
Pig looks
Got
you
up and be
like,
like, what I do?
dare say anything
I'm
about
just
that
laying
big
there,
dog.
man.
What am I on? Is it my turn?
Yeah.
On number 9. The house one. The first house. I mean, it's not.
I love both of those, House
The-
1 and 2.
The Vietnam War scene when he's dragging the body, and he's like all, I don't know if he's got legs or what. He's like all, he's having a flashback to Vietnam, and he's dragging that body. Richard Mall. It's that kind of stuck in my head. It's just a scene in the movie that's kind of setting up the story, but that's one of those you see when you close your eyes after you watch that movie. House 2 was just hilarious though, but it was good.
I want to rewatch those.
Yes.
I think after 2, it got kind of convoluted.
Yeah.
Number 3. Wait. No.
Number 2.
She's down to 2. I didn't scroll up.
Yeah. And this is part of. This was going to be part of mine, but I just didn't put it
I
in.
should have put this on mine.
The bedridden sister from Pet Sematary, either version, nightmare fuel. It's all I can say about the mother's dead sister from Stephen King's novel, turn film, turn remake. The movie overall plays more like a thriller and a good one, but the scenes with her are a horror to their core, and it was that scariest part of that movie.
Original one was worse in my opinion.
God, the scariest part of that movie was the flashbacks of the main woman's sister and that thing.
Well,
She
I
was so creepy.
I'm scared of little kids.
I just got chill bumps.
So when the little boy came back,
Oh.
that freaked me out because
Nobody.
little kids are scary. Man.
I want to play with you.
Yeah, you're like, dude, no. At this point of Alicia's list, she was towards the end of the list and stopped giving descriptions. But I love this movie. Like, it's not just one of my favorite horror movies. Not only is it terrifying, but it's one of my favorite movies. Like, it'd probably be in my top 10, general movies, no matter what genre. But it's a 1999 Stir of Echoes with Macon Bacon.
That's a great movie.
Yes. And it is terrifying. Because, like, it has those creepy moments, but it's got a lot of jump scares, and
Right.
I got them all mixed
It's a
together.
good movie.
Yeah.
It's done well. And they didn't try to cheaply give some startle jumps out there.
And they didn't try to overcomplicate it
Yeah,
either.
it was just a good movie.
It was just good.
yeah.
That's all I can say. Alright.
Is it my turn? I'm on my last one now. It's the Cujo. But specifically with Cujo, it's the scene where, like, after the movie, after she stabs him with the whatever.
Y'all must have watched Cujo together.
And she's back in the house. And when she's back in the house, she's calling. He jumps through the window or whatever. That scene will make you jump out of your skin. You think the movie's over, and you just finna wait for the happy ending and the credits. But funny, that scene's not in the book.
Oh, you read the book?
I read the book. That scene's not in the book. The book's
Let me
scary.
guess, the book's better.
Nah, yes, book's better. And it's back when now, not the Stephen King books. When, to me, Stephen King books got to the point where they were started great, they peaked, and then they would just kind of
Hit
hit or miss from the end. And some of them he just kind of dialed in the ending, but some of them were great toward the ending. And Cujo was one of those, as well as, like, shit. Okay. One of the scariest books I've ever read. And I can't even think of the name of it right now. Oh, it was Salem's Lot.
Salem's Lot?
Salem's Lot. God, it was scary. I slept with the lights on.
After reading it.
After reading it, I slept with the lights on. That's a scary book.
You got number one for Savannah next.
Number one for Savannah, the staircase scene from The Grudge. Listen, I know I already brought it up, The Grudge, but Jesus Christ, I have to take my stairs at a dead sprint at night because of the scene. So it's number one. The movie gave me trauma. Hashtag Team Candy Corn. I slipped it. I told her to slip that in there.
That's funny.
I asked her if she liked candy corn first, and she said yes. So I said she's obligated.
So that gene, whatever it is that's damaged
No,
for you,
she's a stepdaughter.
you passed it down. Still,
Still,
you raised her, so you influenced
Candy corn is
it.
good.
candy corn's awesome.
No, I don't like crayons mixed with sugar.
What is your favorite Halloween candy? From a trick or treat bag. Don't be saying some weird stuff that's not in a trick or treat bag.
Well,
It's got to be in a trick or treat bag.
there's
Now,
only a few. Actually, there's only a few candies that are specifically
I know you don't like sweets, but you have your favorite trick or
Reese's
treat.
peanut butter cups.
Yeah, so
But you can buy that every day.
it's
Well, like I was just saying, like there's not that many candies that are specific to like Halloween buckets.
there are though.
There's a few. Those things you point out all the time. I'm not really crazy about them. I mean, I ate them because they did have a kind of a peanut butter wang to them.
The orange paper, black paper Halloween candy.
Yeah, I think people bought those because they were cheap.
They bought. That's the people who got egged.
Bit of honey. Could I say that's a Halloween candy?
Yeah, bit of honey.
I like bit of honey.
Peanut butter planks. I like the peanut butter planks.
Oh yeah. those-
Peanut butter planks were good.
I'll agree with you on that.
Uh,
See, I like peanut butter.
yeah.
All right, the last movie from this episode that we're doing is 1990s Flatliners. And I had to get her to remind me how that's a horror movie. But then I remembered because I was like, well, that's just a movie where like they would intentionally like die and then get brought back. But then she reminded me like stuff started coming back with them, and that's where it got horror-y. Is that a word? Horrorish. That's when it got scary.
Billy was trying to kill Kiefer's son.
Yeah.
Kiefer.
I watched that movie in the theaters and I haven't seen it since. So
I got
haven't
some,
seen it since it came out.
I got some honorable mentions.
Oh, good.
And when I say
I got like 3, so don't worry about it.
these are scary movie scenes, but some of these might not necessarily be a scary movie.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a horror movie. I mean, if it terrified you,
I'm gonna move my list around just to put the when Pumpkinhead was born, when he came out, when when the first appearance of Pumpkinhead.
I love Pumpkinhead.
When he first come out of his whatever, that was kind of creepy. That was
Why
scary.
have they not remade that?
I don't know. They're scary too. The second one, another, and it's Resident Evil.
The video game, not the movie.
I know you're not a video game guy, but when you're playing the, I remember PlayStation 1, the old one, you had the little vibrating controllers. When you was going around killing all the zombies and stuff, when you got into the billiard room, the game room or whatever, there was these big giant tarantulas in there that you had to kill.
good.
If you shot them with a shotgun, they turned into baby tarantulas. Huh! Yeah, it would, like John threw his controller. It's scary, and this is gonna date the hell out of me as far as how old I am. But the seeing the little illusion kind of thing, it's not a scene so much, but watching the movie 3 Men and a Baby after the big hoopla about
Yeah.
the little ghosty
Dude, we were
kid.
watching that the other night.
The ghostly
We pulled it
kid
up
in
on
there
YouTube.
gave you chill bumps when you seen that little ghostly kid in there about he committed suicide or whatever. I don't know if all of that's true or not, but
Dude, it's weird.
at the time, it was it put chill bumps on you. It make your hair stand up on the back of your
It
neck.
still does.
when you see it. So
Yeah. Even after they said that it was fake.
it's fake, but
But here's the thing about that that's very important.
I just wanted to
point
point
out.
that out because
There-
it was a scene.
In
that
that
was scary.
scene, there's like 2 or 3 of them, like the mom and the dude and the baby.
Yeah.
And they walk through the room.
Yeah,
Okay, when they pass through the first time, there's a shotgun
yeah,
floating
Yeah.
barrel first with the
Right.
stock in the air in the window.
Right.
Then when they come back seconds later, and this is one shot, like they
Yeah.
didn't cut and pick back up. Like I researched that. When they come back through, that's when the little boy's there.
Right.
So you mean to tell me somebody floated a shotgun
Yeah, it's
and then ran
Yeah.
up there while they were in the
I-
other room and switched it out for like no, dude.
I just thought it needed to be pointed out in this little episode because of the scary scenes in a movie. Because you're sitting there watching a comedy show. and you-
Dude, I'm with you. That shit
And-
made me. I couldn't sleep for a while.
For the people who don't know, I mean, because that was what? When did that come
I
out?
thought the 3 Men and a Baby Ghost was going to come after
The
me.
90s, late 80s. They filmed this movie, 3 Men and a Baby, which was pretty much a comedy. But after the fact, supposedly this
1987.
1987.
It's a good year for horror movies.
So apparently the story was that the woman who apparently lived in the house that they filmed the movie in or something like that, her son had killed himself.
I heard that he was playing with a shotgun and accidentally went off.
Accidentally killed himself.
Yeah.
And she seen
when she was watching the movie because she was, it was a popular movie and
Yeah.
and it was filmed in her previous
house
that she seen the ghost of her son. So after that, the video rentals for 3 Men and a Baby jumped back up
Because we didn't have YouTube.
because everybody wanted to go rent the
The
movie
internet didn't exist.
to go see that scene.
We
in the
went and
movie.
rented it.
and I went and re-rented it again to see
I
that
did
scene in
too.
the movie, and you definitely see it, and it's creepy as hell. And now since we set it on here, 3 Men and a Baby rentals are going to go up now. Everybody's going to YouTube it. So I'm just saying.
I was going to say, do people rent movies? Well, I guess you do digitally.
Yeah.
When I think rent movies, I still think going to Blockbuster
Yeah.
or whatever. All right, that's round 1 of our list. We have many more to go. And y'all know the deal now, so submit yours. You can email them, popculture4real@gmail.com. Call us at 662-767-4487. And, oh yeah, it says plug Patreon, like and subscribe.
Hey, get on the Patreon and like and subscribe.
This is going to be a long episode. Me and you just did like 50 minutes.
whatever source you use for your podcast enjoyment.
Anywhere podcasts are sold for free.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to Real Pop Culture, episode 144. We are broadcasting live from high atop the first and only floor of the Killjoy headquarters at the Killjoy Ranch. Love you, bye. That was better.
That kind of messed up on that one, didn't it?
How do you mess up a kiss?
I don't know.
It happens.
Okay.
I was thinking about it too much.
Yeah. Kisses have to happen naturally. You have to kiss with your heart, not with your mouth.
Well, both of those are fake as hell. I don't know these damn people. Like, give me motto.
Yes, you do. You like them a lot, at least.